Once upon a time, the gunblade was seen as a joke weapon. But times change and paradigms shift. Gunblades are brought to the fore with the advent of the fourth and final Scion class, the stylish and dynamic Luster. My name's Zio, and today we'll be going over the core skills and gameplay mechanics, as well as Photon Arts and the 3 elemental styles. So without any further ado, grab your gunblades and let's learn Luster. To kick things off, let's take a look at some of the core skills. Now keep in mind some names might be changed on the global servers. Luster gunblade gear is used to change the behavior of normal attacks in Photon Arts when their corresponding button is held down. The held normal, called an enhanced attack, is different with each style, but we'll cover those differences when we get to that section. You'll accumulate 1 bar roughly every 10 seconds. Shift a gauge boost will speed this up while you have shift on you. This also fills up while attacking. Whenever you start a quest, you'll have 3 bars right off the bat. Luster time doubles your PP recovery and reduces incoming damage by 30% for 30 seconds. When you activate this, you'll get some PP back depending on how many enemies you hit, and your gear will max out. Hit it again before the 30 seconds are up and you'll unleash a powerful finishing attack. You're also invincible during that finisher. Unlike Hero and Phantom Time, you have access to this right at the beginning of a quest. It is on a pretty long 4-minute cooldown though. Voltage is a resource that builds up as you do damage. This provides you with bonuses to attack power and damage mitigation. These bonuses max out when you hit 500 voltage. That number just above the right hand side of your sub palette is your voltage, and that bar just below it represents how long it has before it resets. Voltage bonus will give you Shifta and Deband every 100 voltage. High voltage grants you a buff to your critical hit rate and PP regeneration, as well as reduced cooldown times by half when you hit 500 voltage. So this is the point where you want to use your Luster time. Voltage heat up boosts the amount of voltage you get with each hit. It does reset to 0 when you go more than 5 seconds without hitting anything, so you'll want to do your best to not let that happen. But if you absolutely can't help it, say during a boss transition or in between trash packs, you'll recover HP and PP based on how much voltage you have with Voltage Reset Heal. The most voltage you can have that shows up on screen is 9,999. Luster Will, your level 85 skill, kicks in whenever you take fatal damage and leaves you at 1 HP. When this happens, your voltage goes to 0, but then Reset Heal kicks in. It also refreshes whenever you hit 500 voltage. There's that magic number again. Slash Rise will do a slash in front of you and move you a little ways upwards whether you're on the ground or in the air. Slash Fall will bring you back down to the ground if you press the jump button without any directional inputs. If you hold down the jump button during either of these, you'll use a bar of gear to trigger a Xanverse. But if your HP is below 75%, you'll do a Megaverse instead. Of course, you'll need to have these techniques already learned. Extra attack becomes available at level 60 and unleashes a powerful 4th normal attack. Also at level 60, you gain access to Quick Slash. After a PA, you'll notice a glowing line inside your perfect attack circle. When you see this, hit your normal and you'll do a special attack. This changes depending on your directional input. So for example, if you're moving forward or backward, it'll send you in that direction. If you're not moving though, you'll just do 4 smaller cuts. Unlike Phantom's Quick Cut or Etoile's Quick Take, there's no sound cue though. Quick Shoot becomes available at level 95 and is one of the strongest attacks in Luster's arsenal. You can activate this by hitting your weapon action after performing an extra attack. Now each style is going to have its own activation method, but we'll cover that when we get to that part. Step Slide is a quick baseball slide that covers a fair bit of ground and lets you get around for a very low PP cost. At level 70 you'll have access to Step Slide Advance. Hit the step button twice while moving forward and you'll slice through your locked on target. Do this while moving backward and you'll fire off homing projectiles while doing a backflip. Luster Counter, which you unlock at level 60, is activated by doing a normal attack after a successful dodge. You can also dodge with the weapon action and not lose any altitude. At level 70, you'll gain access to Luster Step Guard. You activate this by dodging forwards or backwards while locked on, and you'll automatically fire off a counter attack. Style Purge is also available at level 95. Tap the weapon action twice to unleash a big explosion. After that, you'll have 3 bars of gear and be in a neutral state for 10 seconds. The held weapon action fires off a barrage of bullets. To get the gear recharged, the explosion does need to hit something though. Like always, I'll have a link to a skill tree in the description. So now we come to the Photon Arts. Each PA will have a Stay Arts and a Move Arts variant. Hold down the button while using a PA, and you'll use a bar of gear to follow up with a stronger enhanced art. Stay Art's Fléchette does a single piercing attack in front of you, and its follow-up does 3 more stabs. Its Move Arts version is going to be your gap closer. You'll dash forward, then slice in front of you twice at the end. If you're airborne, you can track your target vertically. You'll also move faster if you're close enough. Brand Extension will call forth another sword into your offhand and unleash a flurry of 4 close-range attacks. Its Move Arts version will let you move around while attacking. Stay Art Slug Scatter will fire off a 3-hit shotgun blast with a little bit of recoil at the end. The Enhanced Art fires off another blast, then does a backflip. In Move Arts, you'll jump up and fire a spray of bullets in a cone-shaped AoE, and the Enhanced Arts will fire off another volley. The cone's pretty wide, making it great for hitting groups of enemies. Stay Art's Hollow Point fires a long-range 3-hit penetrating shot in a line in front of you. This has a surprisingly chunky hitbox. The Enhanced Art fires off another volley that ricochets off the first one. Move Arts is about the same, but puts you in the air if you're on the ground, and reduces your height a little bit if you're already airborne. The ricochet from both Enhanced Arts will hit anything else that's nearby. Smart PA will automatically use a PA based on distance and will always follow up with a different one. Now that we've given a thorough account for the panoply of tools at Luster's disposal, we can move on to the 3 elemental styles. We'll start off with the pride of the blazing darkness, Fomel. Fomel is your hard-hitting, up-close and personal style using either a fire or dark element gunblade. This style increases both the range and voltage gain of Enhanced Arts. It's held normal will use up 1 bar of gear to summon 3 spears. Using a PA will fire these spears at your target, giving them gelin, which lowers their attack. Its Photon Cluster surrounds you with a ring that does consistent damage to whatever it touches and restores some PP. To activate this, you'll need to use a PA, and then use another as soon as the perfect attack window opens. You'll see it in slow motion here. The timing is pretty strict, so you'll definitely want to practice this until you can get it down. Holding down the weapon action will perform a series of thrusts followed by a dash. The more gear you use, the stronger the attack. Fomel's Quick Shoot will do a heavy forward thrust. You execute this by performing an enhanced combo, followed by hitting your weapon action. You'll want to ready your second enhanced PA about midway through your first. Say I'm doing 2 enhanced brand extensions followed by a quick shoot. Just as the enhanced part of my first PA starts up, I let go of the button, then hold it again to ready the second PA. As soon as the enhanced part of the second PA finishes, I hit the weapon action. Boom, there it is. You'll want to do your best to keep that ring up as much as possible to keep your PP up. It would also behoove you to precast your gelin spears before a fight. You'll get that gear back pretty fast anyhow, so there's no real reason not to. You'll also want to augment Phrase Decay onto your Fomel weapon. This lets you do 5% more damage to enemies that have gelin on them. Next up is the Ferocity of the Storm, Zandy. Gunblades of the wind or lightning element belong to the Zandy style. Zandy is known for its lightning quick move arts and strong counterattacks. You'll also generate more voltage when using move arts. This is considered by many to be the style of choice for mopping up groups of enemies. The enhanced attack calls forth a whirlwind that sucks in and stuns nearby enemies. Hold down the weapon action and you'll see a large circle around you. The more gear you expend, the bigger the circle and the more damage you'll do. Let it rip and anything in range will be struck by a lightning bolt. Its Photon Cluster is a pair of wings that shoots out energy bolts whenever you use a PA. To activate this, you either evade an attack with the step dodge or the weapon action. The Quick Shoot will strike everything around you with a bolt of lightning. You activate this by using the weapon action after a step dodge. Since you're firing off PAs in such rapid succession, PP might become an issue. Keeping the wings up will help with this since the bolts they fire after every PA will regain some PP. S4 dodge turning can also be used for more counter opportunities without waiting for an attack. Finally, we come to the dignity of the Frozen Light, Baran. This style is used with an ice or light gunblade and is the style of choice for those who wish to play it safe. Baran has the distinction of being the only style with a ranged normal attack. Its stay arts benefit from increased range and voltage generation. Its enhanced attack deploys a trio of drones that fly around in a circle and shoot lasers inside that circle. These lasers can also bind. Holding down the weapon action will use gear to charge up a powerful ice shot. Its photon cluster is a shield that reduces damage by 30%. This can be activated with either a step guard or the guard frames from a normal attack or PA. The quick shoot will fire off a quick ice blast. You activate this by hitting the weapon action after a step guard. There is a bit of a delay though. Keeping the drones up and shooting will help with PP management. You can poke and shoot from a comfy distance with the extended range of stay arts. You can also make use of quick shoot to snipe at weak points from a comfy distance. Oh my goodness, that sure was a lot to cover. I guess I should share some final thoughts here. General consensus is that Fomel shines on bosses, whereas Zandy excels with trash mobs. I guess Baran would be somewhere in the middle, sacrificing firepower for utility. All three of them are pretty solid, but Fomel is a personal favorite of mine. I'd still encourage you to try all three, see which one you like. All around, I feel like Luster is very well made. It shows how much the developers have grown in terms of class design. It's stylish, dynamic, sexy. Yeah, sexy. I'll go with it. So if you're still watching this, you know where else to find me. Twitter, Twitch, Discord. Links are going to be down in the description. So yeah, that's a wrap. To thine own self, be true. Until next time, farewell.